Sri Lanka proudly speaks of an engineering heritage that spans more than 2,500 years ago. As an engineer, I truly enjoy sharing that story, especially in front of international audience. But every now and then, I have this curious thought. How exactly did they accomplish it? Without any structural design software, Excel, or at least a calculator. That is the reason that I joined this National Engineering Heritage Forum. And I got to know that I was not alone. There were many like minded individuals who shared the same curiosity as well as the passion. Together, we explore the mysteries, trying to figure it out from different perspectives to uncover the engineering principles behind the remarkable achievements of our forefathers. For more than 4 years, National Engineering Heritage Forum has been committed to studying and uncovering the engineering heritage of Sri Lanka. And today, we turn another page in that journey as we begin a new tenure. Good evening. Aibowan. Vanakkam. I'm Dilni Gamage, and it is my great honor to be your MC for this gathering. On behalf of National Engineering Heritage Forum, I warmly welcome you all. The President of IESL, President-elect, past presidents, council members of the Institution of Engineers Sri Lanka. We are truly honored to have your presence today. In this gathering today, I am delighted to see Dr. Kamal Laksiri. This forum is a great initiative of his office during year 2022. Moreover, we are privileged to have Professor Uday Navagamua, the founding chairman of National Engineering Heritage Forum, who laid a solid foundation for this forum. We warmly welcome both of you, gentlemen. And it is my great pleasure to welcome the chairman and executive committee of National Engineering Heritage Forum, the task leaders, members, and distinguished guests. Shall we appreciate all of our guests with a warm round of applause? Engineering is just one of the many treasures we have inherited from our ancestors. Beyond knowledge and skills, there are traditions that continue to hold value even today. One such tradition is lighting the traditional oil lamp. This act is more than ceremonial. It symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and the welcoming of knowledge, wisdom, and prosperity as we embark on this special occasion. Therefore, to mark the beginning of today's auspicious event, we will commence with the lighting of the oil lamp. I would now like to invite the following dignitaries to do the honors. President of Institution of Engineers Sri Lanka, Engineer Kosala Kamburadeniya. Immediate past President of Institution of Engineers Sri Lanka, Engineer Granit Jayala. President-elect of IESL, Engineer Chairman of National Engineering Heritage Forum, Engineer Suran Fernando. Founder of National Engineering Heritage Forum, Engineer Dr. Kamal Laksiri. Founding Chairman of National Engineering Heritage Forum, Professor Uday Navagamua. Senior Vice President of IESL, Engineer Samatha Gunawardena. Vice President of IESL, Engineer Mangala Silva. Treasurer of IESL, Engineer Manjula Samarasinghe. A key member of National Engineering Heritage Forum, Engineer Dr. Chandana Jayawardena. Secretary of National Engineering Heritage Forum for Year 2024-2025, Engineer Dr. Sakura Bogada. Key member of National Engineering Heritage Forum, Engineer Professor Chulanta Jayawardena. Please, ladies and gentlemen, join us in lighting the oil lamp. Water Forum Chairman, Engineer Megastan, and our past Vice President, Madam Kamala Gunawardena, I warmly invite you to join lighting the oil lamp as well. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It has been 3 years since I joined this forum, and I must say it has been an incredibly satisfying journey because of these amazing people and the engaging activities we took part in. From climbing the mountain of Reticula to explaining the engineering concept in layman terms in Techno exhibition, from plunging into Vilpattu jungle to discover the ruins of a abandoned reservoir, to brainstorming in the Ranmasuyana, I enjoyed every moment. All this opened my mind to look at things in a different perspective beyond modern engineering principles. There are mysteries that we still trying to figure out. How did they choose the perfect location for a sluice in a reservoir? How could have caused the breach of a critical pond dam? And why was only a toilet decorated with intricate stone carvings while the rest of the building remained absolutely plain? Let us take a moment to revisit those insightful, fruitful, and truly memorable experiences. fantastic. Now that was just a glimpse of what we had been doing as a forum over last 4 years. This evening, gracing our occasion as a chief guest, gathering as a chief guest is the President of Institution of Engineers Sri Lanka, Engineer Kosala Kamburadeniya. I would like to warmly invite him to address this gathering. Engineer Kosala Kamburadeniya, stage is yours.
Thank you, Dilini. Engineer Suran Fernando, Chairman of the National Engineering Heritage Forum, immediate past President, Engineer Raniar Chayla, past President Dr. Kamal Laksiri, Vice Presidents, Honorary Treasurer, the inaugural Chairman of this forum, Professor Uddeni Navagamua, all council members, executive committee members of the forum, all members. I can see a lot of senior members and all the invitees. Good evening to all of you. The National Engineering Forum was formed in 2022 by a proposal, as Dilini mentioned, the president at that time, Dr. Kamal Laksiri, and the first chairman was Professor Uddeni Navagamua. It's happy to see both of you in this forum. We wanted to have this meeting 4 months ago in November, but due to so many reasons, starting from Ditta, Engineer Suran couldn't have it. It got postponed. So we had so many events in IESL because of, finally it came to March. This forum, this forum has addressed notable vacuum in the field of history of engineering studies in the island, laying pathway for formal studies and active engagement. Initially, the name of the forum was History and Heritage Forum. During subsequent activities in 2024, if I can remember, this forum was renamed as National Engineering Heritage Forum. The National Engineering Heritage Forum occupies a unique position within the professional landscape of Sri Lankan engineering. Sri Lanka is globally recognized for remarkable ancient engineering achievements, which demonstrate not only technical ingenuity, but also substantial and social environmental integration. In alignment with the vision and mission of the IESL to advance engineering excellence, professionalism, and national development, the National Engineering Heritage Forum served as a structured platform to research, document, disseminate, and apply lessons from the Sri Lankan engineering heritage. If you take few activities conducted by National Engineering Heritage Forum, they conduct school programs, school level outreach program. Some programs are conducted fully by the National Engineering Heritage Forum. Some programs are jointly conducted by YMS and UIY. Then development of elective modules for our school curriculum on Sri Lanka engineering heritage. Those are two programs addressed by them at school level. Then studies on irrigation heritage. First, joint study on Ritigala, Bandapokuna reinstatement, and the other one is studied on ancient water tanks, cascade system, and cascade systems. Then thirdly, there are studies on irrigation heritage, joint study on, there studies on ancient structures, stupas, stone bridges, and wooden structures. And also this forum conduct heritage research activities jointly with universities. Not only that, refurbishment of the National Museum Engineering and study of Ranmasuyana Pond Complex using LiDAR survey and publication of Revisiting Ranmasuyana book. And then study on metallurgy, ancient steel manufacturing technology. So they have done a lot of work in the past, and they are continuing this number of activities as I mentioned. So finally, as a point, actually, I want to mention, we are very much proud of remarkable engineering creation and achievement of our predecessors. However, today many of other nations have moved ahead of us. As a nation, we need to see what happened to us. Years ago, we were ahead of the other nations. Today, we are behind them. So I think as the Heritage Forum, we have a big task. Always Sri Lankans like to boast about our history, but history doesn't bring us anywhere unless we learn lesson from our history. So I think Heritage Forum, as Dilini mentioned, those days they didn't have AutoCAD, they didn't have Excel sheets, they didn't have technology, but they have done marvelous jobs. So we need to look at how they achieved all these things and what went wrong, why couldn't we keep it up? What went wrong and what we have to do to achieve that glory again. I think that's the task of the Heritage Forum. With that note, I'll wish a pleasant session today. Have a pleasant evening.
Rights. And we are very grateful for all the supports given by ISL. Now, there is this gentleman among us who must surely have been an engineer in those ancient days. His obsession with precision reminds me of a perfectly cut stone beams in Anuradhapura and the flawlessly aligned roads and buildings in Sigiriya. His attention to detail in achieving perfection is truly fascinating. Sometimes, I must admit, a little bit intimidating too. Beyond that, he is a giant behind all the remarkable work carried by National Engineering Heritage Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our beloved chairman of National Engineering Heritage Forum, Engineer Suran Fernando, on the stage to address this gathering.
Good evening, everyone. Dear President, immediate past President, past President, Vice Presidents, Council members of ISL, respected guests, colleagues, and ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor and privilege for me to stand in front of you and deliver this address today as the chairman of the National Engineering Heritage Forum. Sri Lanka is widely recognized around the world for its remarkable achievements in ancient engineering. Our ancestors created complex irrigation systems, monumental structures, advanced metallurgical technologies, and well-planned settlements. These were not only impressive technical achievements, but also examples of sustainable and environmentally integrated engineering. The National Engineering Heritage Forum, or NEHF as you call, therefore occupies a unique position within the professional landscape of Sri Lankan engineering. It serves as a platform within the ISL to research, document, and disseminate the knowledge embedded in our engineering heritage, and most importantly, to apply those lessons to modern engineering practices. This work is closely aligned with the vision and mission of ISL, which aims to advance engineering excellence, professionalism, and national development. When we study ancient engineering in Sri Lanka, we see values that are still highly relevant today. Innovation under constraints, sustainability, system thinking, and responsibility to the society. Though the work of the NEHF, the ISL is positioned not only as the professional body responsible for engineering profession and engineering education, but also as a custodian of the engineering knowledge across time. This broadens the reach of the institution and strengthens the intellectual authority both nationally and internationally. At the same time, the activities of the NEHF help root the institution more firmly within the cultural and historical foundations of our society. Engineering in Sri Lanka has always been closely connected with environmental management, agriculture, and community life. By highlighting this heritage, the National Engineering Heritage Forum reinforces the role of the ISL as a nationally oriented professional body serving society. The work of NEHF is also highly relevant in the context of the changing nature of the engineering. Over the past few decades, engineering practice has diversified greatly with new areas such as biomimicry and system-based design becoming increasingly important. Interestingly, when we examine ancient engineering systems in Sri Lanka, we find that many of these ideas already existed in integrated forms. Ancient engineering combined knowledge on hydrology, materials, structural behavior, and environmental management in ways that were remarkable holistic. One of the most striking examples of this is Sri Lanka's ancient irrigation heritage. The village tank cascade systems were not isolated reservoirs, but carefully designed networks that manage water across entire landscapes. These systems supported agriculture, maintain ecology balance, and ensure water security for communities. Today, the NEHF continues to study these remarkable systems. For example, we are involving in a research on ancient tanks and cascade systems, and a joint study is currently being carried out on the Ritikala Banda Pukuna in collaboration with the Central Cultural Fund, ISL Water Forum, and the Irrigation Department. Such studies allowed us to understand the engineering principles behind these systems and explore their relevance to modern water management. The study of engineering heritage is also particularly important in this context of climate change and sustainability. Ancient Sri Lankan engineers developed systems that respond to the climate variability and environmental uncertainty. By studying these systems, we can gain valuable insights into climate resilient infrastructure and sustainable resource management. The NEHF is also engaged in research of ancient structures. Studies are being conducted on the internal construction of stupas, which are known to have complex non-homogeneous structure systems. Research is also being carried out on ancient stone bridges found in places such as Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa to understand their structural behavior and load distribution. Another example of how modern technology can help us understand ancient engineering is our ongoing study of the Ranmasuyana Pond complex. A LiDAR survey has been conducted to obtain detailed data, and the analysis is currently in progress. Based on this work, the NEHF plans to produce a ISL publication titled Revisiting Ranmasuyana this year. The NEHF also contributed significantly to the professional development of members of the ISL. Through lectures, webinars, and field visits, the forum provides opportunities for engineers to explore broader perspectives such as system thinking, long-term sustainability, and the integration of engineering with society. These activities also encourage interdisciplinary collaboration, bringing together engineers, archaeologists, historians, academics, and heritage professionals. Such collaborations open new pathways for research and help strengthen the recognition of Sri Lankan engineering knowledge. Education and outreach are also important parts of our work. The NEHF conducts school outreach programs to introduce students to Sri Lankan engineering heritage, sometimes in collaboration with YMS and JIY. Efforts are also being made to develop an elective module for the school curriculum on Sri Lanka's engineering heritage, so that the younger generation can better appreciate the engineering achievements of the civilization. Beyond the engineering profession, the work of the NEHF also contributes to society as a whole. By making engineering heritage accessible through exhibitions, publications, and public outreach, the forum helps to promote public awareness and national pride in Sri Lanka's civilizational achievements. Ancient engineering systems, such as the tank cascade, water networks, monumental structures, and traditional building systems provide powerful lessons in sustainability, climate resilience, and responsible resource management. Perhaps most importantly, these systems remind us that engineering has always been closely connected with society. Ancient infrastructure was community-centered and supported by the governance structures. Highlighting this perspective help us to reimage the engineering not only as a technical profession, but also as a profession that serves people and support national development. Dear members, the National Engineering Heritage Forum is therefore not merely a historical interest group, it is a strategic asset to the ISL. By preserving, interpreting, and applying Sri Lankan engineering heritage, the NEHF strengthens the prestige of the institution, enriches professional practice, and contributes to the wider society. Most importantly, it reminds us that our engineering future can be strengthened by the wisdom of the past. If we continue to explore and understand the remarkable achievements of our ancestors, we will discover ideas and principles that can guide us towards more sustainable, resilient, and responsible engineering future in Sri Lanka. My final invitation to members who gathered here: if you believe our past holds lesson for tomorrow's engineers, join our dynamic NEHF subcommittees and explore Sri Lanka's national engineering heritage using state-of-the-art technologies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Suran Fernando, for painting a picture, a clear picture about what we do as NEHF, and also showing the engineers that what we can do beyond our usual duties. So I have to invite you again on stage, Engineer Suran Fernando, to appoint the officers.
Thank you once again. We need to appoint the main committee, but we had a discussion with the current committee. And most of the task leaders are doing very well currently, and most of them agreed to continue. And we have to, there will be two changes, but before everything, I think we need to take the proceedings further. We need to appoint a secretary first. I would like to request from the members who gathered here to nominate a secretary for the new session. Okay, Dr. Sakura Bogod. Second it. Okay. Can Dr. Sakura Bogod stand up and show that I am Dr. Sakura Bogod to the gathering? Okay, thank you very much. Main committee, there are two requests from two members. Engineer Ganesh Dahanayaka, who is handling the metallurgy heritage, since he's busy currently, he wanted to appoint another member, and he also agreed to continue his membership as a senior member in the committee. So we'll thank him for the contribution. And in meantime, Engineer Dinesh Jayatunga accepted that invitation. Engineer Dinesh Jayatunga, can you stand up and show that? Okay, thank you, Engineer Dinesh. And there's another request from the task leader of the irrigation heritage, Engineer Janaka Priyantha, since he had done a tremendous contribution during the past 2 years. Since he's somewhat busy currently, he wanted to appoint another member, but I think you need to nominate a member. If you are not in a position to nominate somebody now, you can do it later on. It's up to you to decide. Or else we need to keep you in the same position. Other than that, the task leaders in the previous session, Engineer Professor Bandhu Niliyanage is handling the educational school programs, and Engineer Professor Chulanta Jayawardena is handling the revisiting Ranmasuina project, and Engineer Dr. Chandana Jayawardena is the leader of the National Museum task, and irrigation, as I explained, Engineer Janaka, you need to nominate somebody. Stupas and structures is led by Engineer Dr. Kamal Karunananda, so they will continue in their positions. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations, Engineer Dr. Sakura Bogoda and Engineer Dinesh Jayatunga on your new offices. Shall we give them a warm round of applause? Sorry, I'm a Toastmaster, so I miss applause. Now, we are about to give briefings about our task groups. Sri Lanka's engineering heritage covers many fields, as our gentleman mentioned, and we are fortunate to have experts in all those fields. They continue their work through several task groups, as we mentioned. And first, we would like to hear from the Irrigation Heritage Task Group. So, as I mentioned, our forum is also full of research enthusiasts. Our first team leader is one of them. Working in the irrigation department, he has found the perfect opportunity to explore our ancient irrigation heritage while carrying out his duties. So my invitation is to Engineer Janaka Priyantha on the stage.
So, dear ladies and gentlemen, very good evening to you all. So, when you hear the word irrigation heritage, what comes to your mind? Weather, yes. But there is something more than weather. I highly appreciate the word weather rather than telling the tank. I did not expect that word. The weather concept is somewhat different than the tank. And we have explored that. So that is the beauty of this NEHF. So let me just give you a brief journey of what we have done in the previous years. Actually, this set of presentation will explain only a few of the events, because if you take one event, it will cover somewhat several aspects. So the first thing that will be presented here is the studies related to Kudavilachya ancient tank site within the Vilpattu Forest Reserve. So we visited the Kudavilachya ancient tank, and we have divided some sectors. Or the subsequent studies we have discussed about the hydrological features, geological and geotechnical features, the local perceptions and knowledge, topological and physical structures. So we have divided subgroups into for these studies, and yet the publications of these studies are to be done. You can see the photographs. If you have joined with us, you can remind or refresh your mind. So in the left top photograph, you can see that is the riprap, or in Sinhala we call it as Ralapanawa. If you go to a reservoir which is constructed in near history, you can see a different type of Ralapanawa. So we are studying why and how they are constructed. The reason for selecting those kind of stone, the sizes, the sharply cut rocks or boulders. So the size is also different. And the top right picture shows the plan view of the Kudavilachya tank, the spill, sluices, and the riprap. So it is a very beautiful thing, or very interesting to study those things, how they have done. How means not just how, the technologically how they have done. That is what we are doing in the NEHF. And how the boulders, or in the Bisoko tour, how those rock boulders or rock particles or rock has been fixed together. And we have studied those things with the meetings, etc. And the next thing is studies in reticula. Sorry. The restoration of Bandapokuna jointly with the Water Forum, Irrigation Department, and CCF. So we visited the reticula with CCF, Water Forum, and ID, and we met the DG of the CCF. Then for the testing and inspection, they has to be done. Then the subsequent studies under several engineering areas and the publications are to be done. So even though we study them, if we did not publish them, so there's no point of those things. So you can see the photographs of the Reticula monastic complex, the plan view, and how we have visited there. Then the diversions and storage in Mahaveli Ambanganga basins. So this is also very interesting thing. In the ancient times, the people or the human has not been selfish. Selfish means in the sense of water sharing. So I don't know whether this will be somewhat some contradictory, some idea that you will not understand or something like that. So if we take the equation of the canal efficiency means from one point to the other point, how the water will be transferred and the seepages and the losses will be. So the seepages and the evaporation will be losses, but that is a selfish definition for the humans. But the seepages will be used as groundwater recharge and etc. So just my idea. I don't know whether you agree or not. So this Amangnagar basin, the canals, so they have act as the extended reservoirs. All the areas have been the groundwater in all the early areas were very nourished by these canal systems. So we studied them on the Parakrama Samudra, Angamadilla Diversion Complex, in Minneriya Wever, Giritale Wever, Alahara Diversion Complex, and those studies are already going on. And we have done the field visits to there, and the studies are being conducted now for the publications. So one of the main importance of our field visits is when we go to the site to visit, we prepare a small booklet. We prepare a small booklet to read for the participants. Actually, almost all the booklets are prepared by Dr. Chandan Javardhana. So we will have to thank him. So thanking for him, let's give a big round of applause. Actually, when we read those booklets, we get a clear idea about the site. And he gives the references also. So there is a small booklet, so we can read. We read them. Then, so these are the photographs that was taken in the Bisoko tour in Parakrama Samudra. So you can see the size of the Bisoko tour and the current sluices. You can compare them, and especially we will have to thank Engineer Krishna Rupan sir and his team in the Polonnaru Irrigation Department, Director of Irrigation Office. So, my dear ladies and gentlemen, so this is only a small drop of what we have done, and still a lot of things are to be done. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, I warmly welcome and I warmly invite you to join with us for this several sectors. And if any one of you are interested in taking the leadership of this irrigation task, you are warmly welcome. So because I'm going to leave the country in 2 or 3 months. So if you are interested, you can take the leadership. We will be helping you. So the stage is yours, Dilini, to continue the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Janaka. We will definitely miss you in the forum. So next in line is our most senior engineer in the forum, yet young by heart, a true pillar of strength of our forum. No. So there's a slight change in the agenda. Next, as I mentioned earlier, we have experts in different areas. And there is this lecturer from University of Moratuwa, who is an expert in number of areas. He generously takes care of all the tasks related to IT tools in this forum. I wish to invite Dr. Sandun Dasanayaka on the stage to present a briefing regarding heritage with IT tools.
pretty much how I came the IT subcommittee as well. So sudden, all right. So we have been doing a lot of things related to heritage with state-of-the-art IT. Now, if I take your attention to the previous few months ago, around September, we had a very nice session in the exhibition as well, because we had a stall where we combine all these tools, and it's more like an awareness session about how we can use technology and gamification to spread the message that we are into these ancient technologies, and how we use new technologies for enriching the young generation with this knowledge. So we have awareness sessions for members on the available technology as well. It is done where we discussed about what sort of technologies can be implemented in the Sri Lankan context, and how we can improve the existing technologies like LiDAR and augmented reality for preserving heritage knowledge. And both of the webinars and the awareness sessions go hand in hand. So we are in progress of continuing the good work we have been doing. So we have also worked with in fact, the committee related to IT is more connected, as the MC said. We are very much connected with all the other faculties or all the other arms of Heritage Forum when it comes to LiDAR, or when it comes to the augmented reality, or when it comes to disseminating the knowledge that we gain in all of these activities. We take the leadership in doing all these things. And that being said, we have a lot of things coming up. So it's a kind invitation to everybody who are here. If you are willing to be part of the IT subcommittee and continue to strengthen the reach of the IT subcommittee, you are more than welcome to join and work with us. So we have things coming up like generating 3D structures, prototype structures for the next exhibition, and also working with augmented reality plus AI for improving the connectivity between the generational knowledge, as well as the transcending that to the new generation. So thank you for your attention, and I'll hand over the mic to the MC. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sadun. So, letting the next generation understand and appreciate the values of their heritage is one of the key concerns of NEHF. That is one reason for initiating school programs or next gen programs group. The team leader for that task group is Professor Banduni Lianage, but unfortunately she is unable to join with us today due to unavoidable reasons. So on behalf of her, I would like to invite our chairman, Engineer Suran Fernando, to brief about that subject.
Thank you very much, Dilini. Though Professor Banduni Lianage is not here today, we need to appreciate her contribution to this task, because she was the one who coordinated with the Ministry of Education and took her time in visiting there and arrange everything. So with her support, we came to a certain distance. So we have conducted school programs and planning to do university programs. So NEHF school outreach programs, we are continuing this year as well. School programs, those are the programs that we are doing NEHF alone. So that means a half a day session like at a school for students in the grades of 7, 8, 9, 10. So we will be giving a detailed introduction to the engineering heritage, but in a simple manner in Sinhala. Next item, school programs jointly with ISL YMS, because the ISL YMS has an established school program network, and in these programs we are joining and providing, we are given a slot of lecture and that part, so we need to thank ISL YMS. We are continuing that as well. And also university programs, we are going to start this year. Last few years, we were not able to do that, but that will be done with the assistance of ISL JY and UIY. And also participation in workshops, science days, activities in schools. So that is planned for this year. So these are few programs we did. First one, that is a NEHF full program, and the next one will be another program that we did jointly with the YMS ENCO team. So inclusion of elective module on national engineering heritage to the school curriculum. This is a very difficult task because we need to, we are not directly in this sector, but we have to understand their perspective, and we have visited the ministry, the science branch of the Ministry of Education, and had the preliminary discussion, several rounds, and those were successful. And we have submitted the preliminary module outline. They basically agreed on that. And the draft module development is currently in progress. And then after, we need to translate into Sinhala and Tamil, that is basically done in English. Then after that, we need to get the approval, present the draft to the MOE officials, that we need to do. So those are the documents we developed, some extracts, and you can see some books. We purchased those books. This is a few of those. So our team referred all these school science books, history, and all these books, and now preparing this module with engineering heritage. I think this is a very topical task, because if we want to create a good next generation, we need to address the school level, and that is what we are doing. I think we want to complete this venture as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Suran Fernando. Next, I would like to invite the most humblest, most down-to-earth person in our forum. Turns out he is our geotechnical expert as well. I cordially invite Professor Chulanta Jayawardena to the stage to present his report on Revisit Ranmasuyana project.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Dilini. I was just wondering from the back whether there has been a mistake with the name, with the Jayawardena, with the other Jayawardena. Anyway, I have been given this opportunity just to share with you, which overlaps with many other sections, and also there are so many other people who had been working on this particular one than me. Anyway, so as you know that ISL had been doing certain works multiple times at Ranmasuyana with regard to traditional surveying, plus so many other activities over the years. What this Heritage Forum has recently done was to integrate the technology to look at which are mostly invisible from the traditional methods. So we have made a couple of visits to the place, And also we have conducted a LiDAR survey to extract further information. Now, what we are expecting through this LiDAR survey is it's just not to take another sort of image and elevation models, but it can be extended into real engineering activities. Number one is 3D modeling, which is obvious, but beyond that, we would be looking at different structural dimensions and also how they could be related to other places which we find similar structures. In addition to that, we are also thinking of clustering the particular surveyed area and further investigate using geophysical methods to find out what is not visible currently. So those are two key aspects that we are looking through to these Ranmasu Uyana activities. As it's been stated, we have done the data collection. Of course, now we are in the process of extraction and further investigation to identify these features. We would be going towards a publication, hopefully with the help of others. And at the same time, I should also acknowledge the help and support given by the Suleiko, Engineer Rajitha, and Engineer, I can't remember the name anyway. Those people were helpful doing this LiDAR survey, and they are also helping us through the processing activities. So even though from a layman point of view, it might say that it can be understood that Ranmasu Uyana might have visited so many times. Archaeologically, it has been studied. We are taking a bit of a different approach, an inclusive approach, where the modern image analysis and the remote sensing techniques would help us to extract further information. And hopefully by the next year AGM or the inaugural meeting, we would be able to share with you some of the outcomes of these things. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and I will hand over to Dilini.
Thank you very much, Professor Chulanta. Our forum, History and Heritage Forum, National Engineering Heritage Forum, has compiled a book, Engineering Heritage Field Visits and Continuing Studies. And we have 20 copies with us today, so we will share those copies with some of you. And we are happy to say that the PDF version is available also. So we will share that the PDF with rest of you as well. Now, before we continue with the task groups, the remaining task groups, we are planning to do a felicitation. After a great deal of hard work, we were able to have a successful stall in Techno exhibition. And our members sacrificed their good night's sleep and relaxed weekends to make this effort a success. Now it's time to show our sincere appreciation to the team together with the top contributors for the NEHF during the last session. I would like to invite the president of ISL, Engineer Kosala Kamuradeniya, and chairman of NEHF, Engineer Suran Fernando, to come forward and present the awards. So now we are going to officially hand this compiled book to our chief guest, Engineer Kosala Kamuradeniya. Now I would like to invite following members to join us in receiving their awards. Engineer Dinesh Jayatunga. The leader of Techno team. Engineer Dr. Chandana Jayawardena. Engineer Professor Chulanta Jayawardena. Engineer Dr. Sadun Dasanayak. Engineer Janaga Priyantha. Engineer Dr. Sakura Bogoda. Engineer Dr. Kamal Laksiri. Engineer Dr. Kamal Karunanand. Engineer Dilli Gamage. Now that's me. Thank you very much, gentlemen. So let's continue with our briefing of task groups. Next in line is our most senior engineer, our pillar of strength, Engineer Dr. Chandan Jayawardena. He will share a progress and future plans of our projects related to National Museum. Dr. Chandan Jayawardena, stage is yours, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As highlighted by the previous speakers, one of the tasks we have encountered somewhere around 2020 or 2021 or 2022 was to refurbish the Engineering Heritage Gallery, which has been previously commissioned by the ISL with collaboration with the museum, the Colombo Museum at the National Science Museum Gallery. So actually that has been taken place by one of our previous, my late colleague, engineer Lakshita Veerasinghe. And there were some refurbishment works we have to carry out in order to get the National Museum Heritage Gallery in order to function. So, yes, so basically, rather than upbringing the displays, the plan was to upgrade the infrastructure because many of the fans and lights and AC machines especially were not functioning after 10 years of operation. So that was started and we are going ahead with that work. And we have given our support to the Technology Museum at Polonnaruwa because they were facing some problems with the IC systems. So our members contributed their subject expert knowledge on the AC restoration to the museum, the Technology Museum at Polonnaruwa. So yes, we have visited there and we have identified the problems, and by now we have incorporated the air conditioning system, and also I think we have installed a solar power system also there, rooftop solar system also there. So those were the works done by the museum task force, and some of the activities are still pending. So we are working on those works right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. So, the ancient monuments, still standing tall and strong, are a proud testament to the engineering heritage of our country. Most of us are quite amazed with them. So, it is my privilege to invite Engineer Dr. Kamal Karunananda to present us about ancient structures.
Good evening to all of you. Actually, what I am assigned is actually about the study about the stupas and structures. Okay, now I think we everybody know actually when the Jethavanarame was constructed in 3rd century AD, actually it was the 3rd tallest structure in the world there, and it is the largest brick structure in the world there. Still, it is the largest brick structure in the world. Until the 13th century Church of Canterbury was constructed, our Jethavanarame was the 3rd tallest structure. Actually, starting from, I think we know about Professor Ranavira from 1980s to 80, when the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Jethavanarame was constructing resurrection. There was some study on the scientific study we were started there. Then after that, there were many researchers from universities and from the other institution have studied about the stupas there. In this time, actually, I mean, the most of their studies actually related to the material homogeneity there. But now this time, I think we are going to focus on the material inhomogeneity and some key aspect on the stupas there. So here actually we can see some of the studies on the ancient stone bridges. Actually, we are going to focus on this time. I think when we come to the bridges, they were, unlike the stupas, very less amount of study have been focused. Maybe some other area, but in the point of view of the structural engineering aspect, not much study has been done there. So this year, actually, we are going to focus on the stupa is one side, and about studying about the bridges is also we are going to make it to happen there. So at the moment, study on the ancient stone bridges, then structural analysis of ancient stupas, and some field visit to relevant sites. There are about 20-25 bridge sites. So we are going to make it happen and getting some basic geometric type data and compiling the data as to start the as a formal study on the bridges. And then we hope to go for the some ISL publication on the ancient structure. So that is there. So probably I think we all know. So these type of a thing, Galpalama, Villachia, and some of the bridges in this Padavia type area and Kakira area. There are a lot of bridges. So, but we have not much attention has been done there. Our ancient fathers, they didn't know about the Timoshenko's theories. They didn't know about the Daniel Bernoulli's Bernoulli theorem. They didn't know about the Hooke's law, but they knew about the how the material behave, how they had some concept about the how the structures behave there. So then and some of our studies on this Parakram Bahu, I would like to share about this Parakram Bahu, this palace. It's a very ancient. It's some of these ancient stones, ancient bricks actually as strong as 20 megapascal. There, I think it is the from our understanding, it is actually the most. I mean, in terms of strength, this is the one. In this Polonnaruwa Parakram Bahu palace there. Okay, so we are going to actually focus on this area about the stupas, further study, and we are trying to study about the bridges there. So getting some compiling data and so forth there. So I warmly welcome all the members to get together with us and do some good study. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for briefing about ancient structures. We do not hesitate to boast about the ancient steel manufacture in our country. So one of our outstanding members took the responsibility in digging deeper into the manufacturing and usage of metallurgy heritage of Sri Lanka. That is our engineer Ganesh Dahanayaka. But unfortunately, he couldn't join with us today. So on behalf of him, our chairman, Engineer Suran Fernando, will brief us about that subcommittee.
Thank you, Dilini. You know that Sri Lanka is the country that exported Damascus swords to the Europe more than several centuries ago. So under this section, exploration of metal manufacturing technologies in the past, initially we had an awareness session for the members on ancient metal manufacturing technologies. Then we took the burden of collecting all the reference materials on the subject so that we have a perfect base to proceed for the subsequent studies. So that is already done. And next, there are pending things, site visit to an area with ancient steel melting technologies and a panel discussion. So those are to be organized this year. The new leader, that's the new leader. So you need to arrange these during the session. And also after that, we need to make a publication, an ISL publication on the findings. That is also to be done during the session. Engineer Dinesh Jayatunga, over to you. You need to carry out this task. So those are the pictures. We had these discussions and melting furnaces. Steel manufacturing is not just manufacturing. You need to extract, then you process, and then heat treatment. There are several key processes are involved. So those were the technologies we had long time back, and we need to bring the good technologies to the modern, with the modern engineering knowledge. We have to mix with the modern knowledge and make use of those. So those are the areas that we are having in Sri Lanka, the iron ores. And we had we met an expert in that area, Professor Jiljulev at ISL. So we need to have a public lecture, online lecture with her as well. So those are the activities we did up to now. So we need to continue from there. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you can see how fortunate we are to have a true leader as our chairman. Shall we give him a good round of applause? So our next is research publications and outreach. While we carry out the studies about engineering heritage, it is pretty important to share that knowledge and wisdom with all the parties who are interested. So our Madam Secretary, who holds the responsibilities of inscriptions, will do the briefing about the publications and other activities. I cordially invite Engineer Dr. Sakura Bogodo on stage.
Good evening, everyone. So here, the next step of our Engineering Heritage Forum, research, publication, and outreach. So there, we all know most of our techniques used in the ancient time with our ancestors who didn't have that much of engineering facilities, but they dealt with the environment and they used environment, they changed the environment in a sustainable way to make a comfort life. So here in this task, we are trying to collaborate with universities to continue research on different findings, different structures, different phenomena they used in the ancient history. So we are talking to the universities to collaborate, and we can continue with those studies with the young professionals, mostly engineers. And then we are going to publish these technical findings in the IESL journals, IESL publications, and also we are trying to publish those in the reputed journals in worldwide. And also about books, we are planning this stage, we are planning 2 books. One is the revisiting Varnvasuyana, the technical publication, and also about national engineering heritage studies in the ISL forum. And then based on these research and findings, we are on the way to conduct public lectures and webinars from our forum. Thank you very much. And it's over to Dilini.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sakura. Now we have completed all the task groups. Now it's time to have an open discussion and let you, ladies and gentlemen, to share your thoughts with us. For that, for one last time, I would like to invite Engineer Sunal Fernando on stage.
Thank you once again. I think you have witnessed the activities we have performed over the years and the plans for this session. And our key strength is human resource, because For example, if this is a sectional committee, people will gather there who need to get the charter. If it is a technical committee, those who need to need that particular knowledge for their profession, they will come. There may be many reasons to gather for a particular committee, but this National Engineering Heritage Forum, the people who are very busy during their engineering profession, they have a passion in that this particular area, so they will come here and they will give contribution, and maybe as a hobby, but it is very vital for us. The issue we are having is the human resource, because as I explained earlier, there's no somewhat motivation other than the pleasure you are getting, but you need to understand after seeing these presentations, those are very valuable stuff that will fine-tune the modern engineering with the knowledge of ancient engineering. So with that, I would like to request our distinguished members gathered here to express your ideas, maybe suggestions for the way forward. Maybe you have a critical comment against the activities going on now. Anything you can comment. We are open for the discussion. Even members from the audience can answer the queries. It's not you are asking a question and me providing the answer. So shall we start? Who wanted to speak first? Anyone?
Inclusion of
Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah.
In these subcommittees, I will see inclusion of the other material.
Mm.
So as a suggestion, I would like to propose to include the material, because material engineering is one of the key areas in engineering. So this is my suggestion. Is it not better to include not only metals, the other materials, because in these books they have these books are from early 19th century, and they did a very thorough analysis of materials in the island Ceylon. So I think it is interesting to include that as well if you are interested.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Your valuable comment. Even this is the short summary. If you see our extended kind of publications we've done up to now, we are even studying those as well. I think in this audience, there are few individuals who can make a comment to this your query. One is Dr. Devapriya Devasurendra. So I think mic is yours. Doctor.
No, the material that you're talking about. The kind of non-metallic materials that you're talking about. Can you elaborate that a little bit, please? Just for our knowledge. Not to question anything, right? Can you name a few of them? Maybe pottery is there. Maybe ceramics, pottery.
One and the other one is lead. Yeah.
Non-metallic.
Okay.
What were they doing with it?
So they were mentioning about availability of this material in the part of the island.
Oh, it's okay. But were they using this? Sri Lanka,
What they have mentioned there is in
the availability of the
area,
material.
there are materials available with certain amount of chemical formulas.
No, forget your name, right? Right? The thing is, did they process these things? In any manner?
In fact, they have visited these places and noted it. But because we are talking about 1880s, early 1820s. So that means during that time, and it was not that like today. But they have mentioned that in certain areas, for example, one book was John Davis' book.
The availability of materials is one thing, whether people have processed it into good subjects.
No, during 1820s, I don't know whether they had that technology.
No.
They have particular places and noted it out. And places there are.
Yeah. I think Dr. Devasurendra is a current committee member of that subcommittee. I invite you to join that subcommittee. And in the meantime, if you have noted your email address and telephone number in the reception desk, we'll send you a Google form on which you can select the activity tasks that you prefer to join. So you can join and we'll add you to the WhatsApp groups and then subsequent discussions and all the activities shared with you.
I mean, to have plenty of copper, but we don't dig it out. We don't. No, it goes.
Dr. Chandana Jayawardhan, do you have any comment on this? Shall we have the microphone?
May I suggest that there were, I think a couple of years ago, there is a very very comprehensive book compiled by Professor Arjuna Tantilige, Postgraduate Institute of Archaeology, so named Tambapanni. So I think without going into much debate, we have to refer to that particular book, which is all about copper, the use of copper in Sri Lanka. So Professor Arjuna Tantalige's book may provide solutions, so replies to many of the arguments here. Tennant's book, if I remember correct, was published somewhere around even late 80s maybe. But thereafter, there were a lot of archaeological findings regarding the copper extraction and processing of copper. So I think we need to refer to the latest findings and publications.
Shall we?
So anyway, that idea is very much welcome to include rather than the metal in the sense iron and steel, to include the copper and other metals as well to the studies.
Shall we have the next question? Yeah.
Yes, I would like to mention another special things, there are system of the calculation of age of archaeological finds. There are TL18 laboratories in the Central Cultural Fund in the near the IESL in the Lokamata, I think. Then I think very interesting area. We can find the age of the archaeological finds that the other system is in the carbon 14 in India. But I think I propose to our forum, we will engage this system also. I think it is very easy and very interesting.
Yeah, we know that you work there, so you can do the coordination. We'll be there to work with them. Anybody else?
Because I know now there is a big controversy that history has been removed from the curriculum, school education. A lot of monks, in temples, want history to be taught. But it's a good idea if you can include some of the Dham parcelers for your program. There are interested monks, I'm telling you. I can connect you on people because it's a good idea, because they will be, because this is something new, no? Because from engineering perspective, our history can be connected in a proper scientific perspective. So it's a good idea.
Yeah.
We can give you all the support for that.
So I wish to have one suggestion, that is have a YouTube channel, separate YouTube channel, the forum and that kind of what you call social media campaigning.
Yeah, that's very good. So why not you come and create that one with us? No, out of joke, we want creative people. I know you can contribute. Yeah, since Engineer Hekadu mentioned about this YouTube channel, so I'll stimulate you once again regarding another point. So now, because of YouTube, TikTok, and these things, anybody can create anything. So you have seen videos, because what they require is the maximum reach. So they will get an income. So they will create a nice thumbnail and nice heading and say that there's the hidden tunnel to the Sigiriya was found, and there are things like that. And also the structural things they created in using this AI. It is a very good technology. Even we use that for our techno exhibition. But we need to understand that if we are making use of these technologies, we need to have some preliminary basis or knowledge to do that. Otherwise, you will create something which did not exist, and you will pollute the entire future generation, because they will believe what you are seeing is correct. Therefore, even when you are looking at these things, when you are watching a video, when you are on a Facebook post, you need to be mindful that see whether this is authentic or not, because due to the presence of AI, that threat is there. But we have to make use of AI for good things, but we have to keep in mind that there are things will happen like that.
In techno, we can make a VR. So how Sigiriya was, how this Puvanveli Mahasaya, that area, how was built, that kind of thing jointly with our this computer.
Yeah, that is one area even we want to initiate, but we are lacking capability. We need to have these people in our team, because if we study the literature available and do the structural kind of analysis with somebody, and then we can predict how this was formed and how this was there earlier. Over to Dr.
Sorry.
Devasurendra.
I mean, to between the cake and the rice. The fake thing and the rice.
Don't move it.
you need to cite the sources, because we are doing some kind of professional work. Here we are not kind of catering to kind of fanciful. People can have all kinds of objectives, right? So our work must be scientific work, well-founded, based on facts, right? So the moment you include a little bit of imaginative stuff, it's like right? Like that, right? I mean, you have to just throw it away, right? Completely, because we should not do that. We have to be fact-based, very scientific, and somebody wants to do that kind of thing, there may be other forums for doing that. But let's stay in the kind of rigorous scientific investigation of this for declared reasons. One reason, one very good reason is, see, if you look at the work by NEHF, right? Now, a couple of times. Now, see, people have worked on it, right? But they say that you have the vertical furnace, right? Cupola, right? Now, if we develop the horizontal one, the way we have, the technology have been completely different, right? And you'll have to rewrite the history, right? Right? I mean, we have no comparative analysis of the efficiencies of two systems. Everything started propagating through this vertical, right? Okay, the cupola, right? Now, if you look at the picture that you showed there, right? You see nicely how the thing is arranged, and the liquid metal is taken right from the water, right? And the 2 years are there, right, on the horizontal rows, right? And so that the kind of analysis that have been done by Jill Gulev is scientific, but she's not an engineer. She's not an engineer, right? She's an archaeologist, right? But you see now, doing some scientific work in order to see whether there is anything in it for us, for the present day's world, right? And that is one thing. That's an extremely important thing. The second thing is, always people take pride in past, and that helps us to build up the future, right? That's
Yeah,
a good
we
emotion
can
to have,
give.
but we should not tamper it with imaginative, all kinds of stuff, because it will be spoiling the whole thing, right? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Devasurendra. We can give a couple of chances to few members in the audience. We need to wind up the session by 7:30. Before that, if anybody, Professor Shiromi Karunaratne, you need to tell anything? Mike? Okay. Dr. Kamal Laksiri. So if hearing none, I'll hand over the mic to our compeer, Dilini. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Engineer Suran Fernando, once again. And thank you for sharing all your thoughts. Now we have come to the end of the program. To propose the vote of thanks, I would like to invite our Madam Secretary, Engineer Dr. Sakura Bogodo, on stage.
So again, good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks in the inauguration ceremony of National Engineering Heritage Forum, year 2025-26 of the Institute of Engineers, Sri Lanka. So the first, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the President of IESL, Engineer Kosala Kamuradeniya, and Engineer Granny Jayalat, the immediate past president, for their leadership and continued support for the initiatives such as this forum. I would also like to extend my gratitude to the founder, National Engineering Heritage Forum, Dr. Engineer Kamal Laksiri, whose vision created this valuable platform, recognize and promote the ancient engineering heritage of Sri Lanka. My appreciation also goes to the founding chairman, Professor Udeni Navagamuwa, for his leadership and guiding guiding the forum during its early years. Sri Lanka is blessed with remarkable engineering achievements created by our ancestors. These stand today as powerful examples of ingenuity and sustainable thinking of ancient Sri Lankan engineering, and they continue inspire modern engineers. I would also like to thank our distinguished speakers and resource persons sharing their knowledge and insights in many activities during last year. My sincere thanks also going to Engineer Neil Abesekara, the CEO, Executive Secretary of IESL, the IESL staff, and the members of National Engineering Heritage Forum for their hard work in organizing this inauguration ceremony. I also like to thank the council members and all participants who joined us today for their presence shows growing interest in preserving and promoting Sri Lanka's ancient engineering heritage. On a personal note, I sincerely thank the members of NEHF Forum for appointing me once again as the Secretary of the National Engineering Heritage Forum for the year 2025-26. And I truly honored by the confidence placed on me, and I look forward continuing to work together with all of you. Finally, I warmly invite all of you to stay connected with the forum and join us in the future events and initiatives as we continue to explore promote Sri Lankan's valuable engineering heritage. Thank you for being here, and thank you very much again.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Every good thing comes to an end, and every end is a new beginning. So as we leave these premises today, we make a promise that we will come next year with another successful step put forward. So thank you everyone once again. Have a pleasant evening. And I would like to invite every one of you to join a group photo. Thank you.